Hello, everyone. We're making a car that doesn't have pedals or driving wheels. If we need to rush, we can just take away parts. Over 1 million Teslas that can drive themselves will be easy to get on the road. Hardware feature complete at a reliability level that we would consider that no one needs to pay attention. But what I can say is we're going to move to just truly massive scale that no company has ever achieved in the history of humanity. That has to happen in order to transition effort into self-driving. But I think we're quite close to having the car be fully autonomous. So for exactly like right now, I'm in Austin, and if I want to drive, say, to the airport, the car could take me to the airport with no interventions using, and all it's using are digital neuron nets, other words, artificial intelligence and cameras. So there's no liar radar, nothing. What we're going to do this year is we're going to reach combined production of 10,000 a week between SX and 3 next year. We'll expand the product line with Model Y and Semi, and we expect to have the first operating robo-taxis next year with no one in them, not old jurisdictions, because we won't have regulatory approval everywhere. But I am confident we'll have at least regulatory approval somewhere literally next year, so any customer will be able to add or remove their car to the Tesla network. So we expect this to operate as sort of like a combination of maybe the Uber and Airbnb model, and Tesla would take 25 or 30% of the revenue. In places where there aren't enough people sharing their cars, we would just have dedicated Tesla vehicles. When it comes to Tesla's impressive growth, it's not just about observing from the sidelines for Tesla bulls and those with a keen eye for uncovering the next stock market gem. This page tells you everything you need to know about Tesla. How much should Tesla stock be? Tesla's new ideas and everything Elon Musk does. If you click on one of the ad links in the description and then buy something, our channel might get a small payment. Before you use the car, we'll show you our ride-sharing app. This way you can call it from the parking lot, get in, and drive away. You can use the Tesla app. You already have to do this. We'll just add a call Tesla or commit your car to the fleet button to it. It could help keep prices level and make the car much more useful than a regular one. When you borrow a Model 3 S, S3, or X from us, you can't buy it when the lease is up. This is because we made some important changes to our leases. Right now, a Model 3 car costs less than $38,000. We think that price will go up over time because the new battery pack, which is expected to be made next year, is made to last 1,000,000 miles. We'll get rid of the driving wheels and pedals because you won't need them anymore. In 2 years, there will be a car that doesn't have any pedals or driving wheels. If we need to get there faster, we can just cut out the parts. It might not cost more than $25,000. So we're going 42 meters per hour now, but we can speed that up to 5 or more. We own the cars and create and build them ourselves. We also make our own software and AI. We also have the biggest FET. We would say that a single robocab could bring in about $30,000 if you asked us. That's a little more than $300,000 over 11 years, but it might be more. I think these consumptions actually relatively conservative. By the middle of next year, we'll have over 1 million Tesla cars on the road with full self-driving hardware feature complete at a rely level that we would consider that no one needs to pay attention. We will have over 1 million taxis on the road. The fleet wakes up with an over-the update. That's all it takes. People will be able to take over and should be able to take over from their taxi. And then once regulators are comfortable with us not having steering wheel, we'll just delete that. And for cars that are in the fleet, obviously with the permission of the owner, if it's owned by somebody else, we would just take the steering wheel off and put a cap with steering we currently attaches. In the future, consumers will want to outpour people driving their own cars because it is unsafe. If you think of like elevators used to be operated on a big lever, like go up and down the floor. And there's like a big relay, and you had elevator operators. But then periodically, they would get tired or drunk or something, and then they turn the lever at the wrong time, as somebody and a half. So now you do not have elevator operators. So in fact, we think that the cost of autonomous transport will be so low that you can think of it like individualized mass transit. The average cost of a bus per mile for a city. Not the ticket price, because that is subsidized, but the average price is about $1 a mile, whereas for the cost of a cybercab, operating costs are expected to be around 20 cents a mile over time, and the price which includes taxes and everything else, will likely be 30 or 40 cents a mile. Can we buy one? Yes, you will be able to buy one. Applause. Yes, exactly one, and we expect the price to be less than $30,000. I think there'll be a cool business model where, say, a Lyft driver today can sort of manage a fleet of cars and take care of them like a shepherd tends his flock. You have a small flock of cars and you're the shepherd, and you take care of your flock of cars. I think that would be pretty cool, and I think the future is going to be great, so be ready for it. Yes, all of those are good questions. So we do plan to start fully autonomous, unsupervised FSD in Texas and California next year, and that will be with the Model 3 and Model I. After that, we hope to start production with the Cybercab, which is really well suited for self-driving transportation, in probably 2026 or before 2027, to be more specific. Do you know who else supports Tesla's optimism? That would be today's sponsor. Looking for Alpha, the best place on the web to find Tesla news is Seeking Alpha. To get the most up-to-date price ranges for Tesla's products, click the ad link in the text below. New ideas and everything Elon Musk will make this vehicle in very high volume but well before that you will experience a robotic taxi via the Model 3 and Model E program and Model S2 but other the Model the year 3 and Y will achieve unsupervised full soft driving with permission in wherever regulators essentially approve it in the US and then to follow and outside the US. So our autonomous future is here. As I said, we've got 50 tests driving autonomously. We're trying to give you a sense of what cities will be like in the future. And now, when you get in, you'll see it's really quite a wild experience to just be in a car with no steering wheel, no pedals, no controls, and it feels great. And we have enough vehicles here, so everyone should be able to try it out and experience this. The set that we built here, it's very big set, so it's really we use Sura. I don't know, 20, 30 acres or something like that. It's really big, so it goes on the rides long, and we set it up to feel like a ride, like a park ride. So it'll be cool, and you'll get to experience it. Loud cheers. Tonight, something we're also doing is and it's really high time we did this, is inductive charging. So the rubber taxi has no plug in it, just goes over the inductive charger and charges. So yeah, it's kind of how it should be. One of the things that is really interesting is how will this affect the cities that we live in? And when you drive around city, or when the car drives you around a city, you'll see there's a lot of parking lots. There's parking lots everywhere, parking garages. There are, and so what would happen if you have an autonomous world is that you can now turn parking lots into parks. And so from we're taking the in lot out of parking lot. Well, the advent of artificial general intelligence is called a singularity because it is so hard to predict what will happen after that. I think it's very much a double-edged sword. I think there's a strong probability that it will make life much better, and that we'll have an age of abundance, and there's some chance that it goes wrong,